Hello, my name is George Rogers. I'm a professor of urban planning in the Landscape Architecture and Urban Planning Department at Texas A&M University. My major area of study these days is on sustainability, and my view of sustainability is somewhat different than most in that I kind of look at a more comprehensive point of view. I start with society's prime function, which is to meet the need for the societal survival. It's the ultimate need for survival. The biological imperative to perpetuate the existence of communities. Kingsley Davis in 1949 wrote a book on human society, and in there he talks about every community needing to have three basic functions in order to continue. These three functions are the same whether you're talking about a group of human individuals or whether you're talking about a pack of coyotes or a herd of deer or a forest full of trees. These provisions are first for nutriment, that is nourishment. Secondly, a community has to protect the members of the community, protects them from injury and harm. And third, it has to reproduce. Nutriment is anything that nourishes life by promoting growth, providing energy, repairing tissues, and maintains the living by supplying the necessities of life. It begins with the extraction of natural resources, the production of goods and distribution of products that come out of that process. It then ends up with the consumption of products and the disposal of the waste. And it all is grounded in ecosystem services. Protection shields the community and its members from exposure, injury, damage, and destruction. It includes the mortality, morbidity, the natural hazards, technological hazards, and purposive harm. So it's everything from epidemics and pandemics to natural hazards like hurricanes and floods. It's technological hazards like explosions and nuclear power plants and so forth. And it's purposive harm that comes down to acts of harm like war and terrorism and so forth. Procreation is the ability to preserve the current population through reproduction, recruitment, and retention. It starts with the population and looks at how we maintain that population at a given size or how it can grow in the future. It relies on fertility and starts to look at how birth rates are changing, and goes on to crowding and longevity, and it's focused on the quality of life and well-being in the community. One additional factor in this for human societies is biophilia. Biophilia is the human tendency to interact with all forms of life, to be in close affiliation with nature. This close affiliation with nature allows for two primary inputs to sustainability. One is it provides an ideal type. It's inspiring. Second, it is an ongoing inventory of natural resources, renewable and non-renewable. We use this connection with nature as a learning feedback loop about how well we're doing. We accumulate the knowledge and culture, and it has both immediate and delayed accumulations. We reflect on places that we reflect on and place value on nature. Biophilia is less about cause and effect than support for the whole ecosystem. In nature, things are more connected. Each element, they're more than connected. Each element is fundamentally entangled with all other elements such that each element impacts and is impacted by the mere existence of the others. Hence, the element is altered by any change in the whole or any change in the elements therein. Subtle changes are more sensed than felt, But even subtle changes like a ship with a faulty compass often lead to large, even catastrophic results in the long run. In order to address these kinds of complicated, connected systems, we need to take a transdisciplinary approach. Transdisciplinary research has been a watchword for my life's work. The philosophy that drives any investigations are founded on the notion that real solutions to real-world problems are not bounded by disciplinary interests. Sustainable solutions require transdisciplinary approaches to avoid creating bounded solutions that not only have limited chances of success, but are fraught with uncertainty and unforeseen consequences. I encourage young investigators to take a transdisciplinary approach as a path to the most significant impact. Finally, for the third question, where do I think the future of this field is going? I believe that with the onset of AI, we're going to have a firmer foundation for an accumulation of knowledge and culture, and that will make it easier for people to see the contributions that they make every day in the pursuit of sustainability. So in this way, I think the future is going to be driven by our knowledge of how things work and our ability to make them work better. I'd like to thank the organization for asking me to film this video. Thank you.